Hey Centra, thanks for tuning in once again for Wellness Wednesday. Aubrey and I are back with you today to talk about our WellPower incentive campaign.
Yes.
Aubrey, tell us a little bit about how the WellPower incentive campaign and Wellbeing tie in together.
So last week we talked about the tenets of Wellbeing that we are going to be carrying on throughout the 2020 plan year and beyond. And today we want to make sure that you understand that each of those tenets actually tie back into our WellPower incentive campaign. And I believe in the years to come we'll tie even more into them as we continue on this wellness journey. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But before that, I wanted to give a quick recap on our incentives so that you make sure and understand why you should participate in this great program.
Okay.
So the first thing is, if you are on the health plan and you participate and complete the healthy habits, you will receive a discount on your 2021 premiums. So that will look like about a 5% discount. Now what you have to think about is right now our premiums are set for 2020. So you don't want to base that 5% off of what you're paying right now. It will look a little bit differently next year.
Okay.
Each year our premiums tend to increase a little bit. So let's say they increased by 10% across the board, you might see more of a 5% increase. So nothing is set in stone. I'm literally making numbers up, but that's something that it would look like for you. You also, if you're not on the health plan, will have the opportunity to participate as well. We want to give you the option to choose a YMCA membership for 2021, an adult membership. So whatever that supplemental family membership looks like, you would be responsible for that. Or the other thing would be a Weight Watchers membership. So all those things are options that you will have if you complete the healthy habits that we've talked a little bit about and we'll expound upon today.
Awesome. Okay, so the WellPower incentive campaign is what we're talking about today. You can find all the information that we're going to give you on the wellness portal. We have this handy dandy little sheet here that's kind of a quick reference guide. Basically how it works is each healthy habit is assigned a points value and all of the healthy habits add up to 100 points. So you're trying to get to 100 points, and once you get to 100 points you can, you are eligible for the incentives that Aubrey just talked about.
Yep.
So the very first healthy habit that you want to do right out of the gate is you want to go and you want to fill out your personal health assessment. That will get you started. And then Aubrey, let's also talk about what are some other healthy habits.
Yep. So those tenets we talked about, physical is a big one that we always hear about in the wellness space. Of course, we have many of items that wrap up under that. So we have a workshop that's focused on nutrition. It's called our Nourish Workshop. You will need to see your primary care physician and get a preventive screening. Again, all that information and more details is on the form that Stephanie mentioned. We ask you to participate in a local race as well. What's really cool about the local race is it kind of spans over into some other of the wellness tenets that we've talked about. So that social component, getting involved in your community. I don't know if you've ever done the 10-miler, but our community at Lynchburg, they come out for that. And it's really awesome to see that happen. And I'm sure that happens for other races around this area as well. So that's one component of that physical well-being. We also have an EAP and work-life workshop that you'll want to do as well. That ties into our physical health because that's our mental well-being. I also like to see that we talked about from the professional standpoint. How is our work-life balance?
Absolutely.
Really
Very
important.
Very important.
Yes. So then some of the other things that we can do, we're going to ask you to choose one of a few options. So I mentioned that local race. Between that and then a financial wellness seminar, again, online that you can complete. You can choose one of those and get points. I think that we all could probably understand that the financial wellness workshop is under that financial tenet of well-being.
Absolutely.
And then finally, there's an option to choose one of 3 where you can do more workshops that span a number of different topics. You can attend our spring fling. It was really fun last year.
It was really fun. They had food too.
They did have food, and I think that we'll probably do some snacks again. So you should come. But if you come to that, you can get some points. Again, social. There's that community aspect of coming together and just really enjoying
Our
what's going
Centra
on.
community.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is really important too.
Absolutely.
And then the third piece of that is you can also, out of those one of three options, choose to participate in navigation services. A little bit trickier piece of that is navigation services. They will actually reach out to you.
Okay.
If you do not get a call from them, you're probably going to want to lean towards those other two options. But again, you can read more about that in the materials that we've provided.
Good. Well, this is all really good information. And again, you can find this little quick reference guide on the wellness portal. It will tell you all of your different options, all of the points that are assigned to each, and how you can get to 100 points to get your incentive. And so again, we're just moving more towards a holistic well-being here at Centra, and we want our caregivers to be well. And we want to encourage you, Centra, to be well, to think well, to do well. And thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.